Hello and welcome to Sports Buzz with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you all the latest news and updates from the country and the world. In the next half an hour, we're going to tell you who finally lifted the ICC World Cup trophy and what happened after that. We will also get you the latest from the Euro qualifiers and who lifts the 7th ATP Finals title. So let's begin with the top headlines of the hour. Australia lifts its 6th World Cup trophy. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the Indian players, motivated them after the World Cup defeat. Record breaker Novak Djokovic claims 7th ATP Finals crown, celebrates 400 weeks as world number 1. And Spain caps Euro qualifying with 3-1 victory over Georgia. Portugal defeats Iceland and Scotland finishes Euro 2024 qualification campaign with a draw. So Australia got off to a better start and a better campaign at this Cricket World Cup in the title clash to lift the World Cup for the 6th time. Australian batter Travis Head notched up a magnificent century to get his side over the line after they had stumped to 47 for 3 wickets in 7 overs. Here's the report.
Australia has halted India's juggernaut in the summit clash to clinch the Cricket World Cup trophy for the record 6th time. Australian opener Travis Head slammed a magnificent ton to guide his team to victory against men in blue who posted a modest total of 240 runs. The import of Head's century can be gauged from the fact that Aussies had slumped to 47 for 3 in 7 overs into the chase. He combined in a grandstand of 192 with Manas Labuschagne to dominate the contest. The Australia's tramps in the World Cup finals began in 1987 when they trounced England. Australia's domination of world cricket began as they clinched the trophy in 1999, 2003 and 2007. In 2015, they again lifted the holy grail of cricket. In 2023, they were conferred with the highest honours in the sport. Head smashed a superb 137 of 120 balls to ease Australian nerves and keep the Indian bowlers at bay. Manas Labuschagne remained unbeaten on 58. Mohammad Sami spearheaded the Indian charge with the new ball. He removed David Warner early, while on the other hand, Jasprit Bumrah dismissed Mitchell Marsh and Steven Smith. Head along with Labuschagne began to rebuild the Australian innings with a mixture of defence and attack as Indian spinners failed to get perches on a slow surface. Earlier, Australian skipper Pat Cummins led by an example. He took the bold decision to field after winning the toss. Indian captain Rohit Sharma began his innings on a flamboyant note. Head took a stunning catch to end Rohit's blistering knock of 47. India had reached 76 runs in less than 10 overs, but a few quick wickets pegged the hosts back. A dominating half-century by Virat Kohli and a laboured 66 by KL Rahul ensured India were not bowled out for a much lower score. Head etched his name in the history books for playing decisive role in the semi-final and final of a World Cup. He joined the elite club of Mohinder Amarnath, Arvind De Silva and Shane Warne. Many would argue, and not without reasons, that Australia was not the best team in the tournament, but there is no debate that it was Head's night. Sports Desk, DD India.
And soon after the title victory, India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi posted on X, and I quote his post over here. Dear Team India, your talent and determination through the World Cup was noteworthy. You've played with great spirit and brought immense pride to the nation. We stand with you today and always, unquote. This was the tweet from Prime Minister Narendra Modi on India's defeat, and he also met the players in the dressing room. And after that, Ravindra Jadeja, the Indian cricketer, posted that we had a great tournament, but we ended up short yesterday. We are all heartbroken, but the support of our people is keeping us going. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to the dressing room yesterday was special and very motivating. This tweet came from Ravindra Jadeja today after Prime Minister Narendra Modi met the Indian cricket team in the dressing room soon after the match that completed at Ahmedabad. Now, Indian cricketer Mohammad Shami also posted on X. I would like to quote his post over here. Unfortunately, yesterday was not our day. I would like to thank all Indians for supporting our team and me throughout the tournament. Thankful to Prime Minister Narendra Modi for specially coming to the dressing room and raising our spirits. We will bounce back, unquote. So this is the tweet, this is the post that has come from Mohammad Shami after the match when Prime Minister Narendra Modi personally went up to meet all the cricketers there in the dressing room after the finals were ended and the final result was announced. Remember, Shami will be now remembered for his spectacular 7-wicket haul against Team Afghanistan and the other teams that he recorded at this edition of Cricket World Cup. Now, Australian skipper Pat Cummins also termed the victory as pinnacle of international cricket. He said that, I quote his statement over here, "I think that is the pinnacle of international cricket, winning a one-day World Cup. It's been a big year for everyone. Ashes, World Test Championship, and top it off with this is just huge, and these are the moments that you will remember for the rest of your life. You only get a shot at it every 4 years. Even if you have a 10-year career, you might only get 2 chances at it. And yeah, it's just the whole cricket world stops with this World Cup, so it does not get any better," unquote. This was a statement by Pat Cummins. He's the Australian captain after winning the tournament, the ICC Cricket World Cup. Talking about Team India, Indian coach Rahul Dravid said he was proud of the team's performance in the tournament. He said, and I quote a statement over here, "We ran a really good campaign, really proud of the boys. We were the favourites because we were playing well, but Australia is also a very good cricket team. They also came here with 8 wins on the bounce, so we were under no illusions that this was going to be a tough contest. We were confident that if we played well, we would get the right result, but unfortunately, on the day, they played better than us," unquote. So this statement came from Rahul Dravid soon after Australia lifted their 6th World Cup title. Talking about Virat Kohli now, I mean, good news for the Indian fans. Indian batting star Virat Kohli, he extended his record run tally at a Cricket World Cup to 765 from 11 games. Now, it is the most runs scored by a batter in a single World Cup, with Virat Kohli bettering yet another record of Sachin Tendulkar. India's great Tendulkar had scored 673 runs in 11 matches at the 2003 World Cup in South Africa. King Kohli had already crossed that tally in the first semi-final against New Zealand in Mumbai, where India won by 70 runs. He also reached his 72nd 50 or 56 balls, and with that notched up 50 consecutive 50-plus scores in World Cups for the second time. And with this, Virat Kohli was also adjudged as a player of the tournament at the ICC Cricket World Cup 2023 edition. On the other hand, Indian wicketkeeper batter KL Rahul also went past the record of former batter Rahul Dravid's record for most dismissals as an Indian wicketkeeper in a single ODI World Cup edition. KL Rahul now holds the record for the most dismissals in a World Cup edition for Team India as a wicketkeeper. Rahul bagged his 17th dismissal of the ongoing World Cup. He also achieved this landmark by taking the catch of Mitchell Marsh in Jasprit Bumrah's over during the blockbuster finale. Now, some member of Australian cricket team, including skipper Pat Cummins, went on a cruise in Sabarmati River in India's western city of Ahmedabad after winning the Cricket World Cup. Australia defeated India by 6 wickets in the summit clash on Sunday at Narendra Modi Stadium. These are the visuals of the Australian team celebrating their victory at the Sabarmati front. Moving on, Indian fans were rather left with heartbreaking experience after the loss to Australia. Let's take a listen on what fans have to say about this defeat.
What was the reason?
It was a game, so no matter who win or who lose.
Australia good.
Australia, well played.
Well played, Australia.
Anything else if you believe that India team could have done differently?
I think they should have played. I think Rohit Sharma should have played more deeply, taken the game more deeply inside and extended the game.
Okay.
Instead of hitting shots here and there.
And what about our ballers?
I think bowlers did a pretty good job, but there was not a good enough total on the board. So it was we couldn't put more pressure on the batsman itself. So we lost over there.
Just feeling bad for the team. That's
because
it.
we won consecutively 10 matches and
Serving team. It was the most way, but just well done, India. Yes, India.
We love India, most deserving team, but today is hard luck.
But the fans still support Team India and they will continue to do so. Well, DDCA President Rohan Jaitley has stated that DDCA is staffing talented cricketers from the grassroots levels. In an exclusive conversation with DD India correspondent Narayan Singh, DDCA President lauded BCCI for creating a world-class cricketing infrastructure.
The Deputy Prime Minister of Australia, Richard Marles, was in Delhi and he was at the Arun Jaitley Stadium and he was there to promote cricket. Basically, he played cricket with the underprivileged children also, and right now we are joined by the DCA's President, Rohan Jaitley ji. Sir, a very warm welcome to our channel. The visit was we saw that he played the cricket with the underprivileged children. Also, he stated that India hosted a fantastic World Cup. So what's your take on this?
See, this was his visit to come and meet children, meet young cricketers who are upcoming in the ranks. It was also a connect with the concept of gully cricket vis-a-vis backyard cricket that happens in Australia. It also was a visit to a test center of the country where a lot of cricket has happened. They've had the Australia Test Series in February. You've had the World Cup hosted here successfully. And this is his way of showing appreciation for the work and the hard work that the BCCI has done in the purposes of hosting the event across the country for the World Cup.
So he also said that the new mecca of the cricket is Narendra Modi Stadium, and in the past the fans, the cricketing fraternity used to go the lot. So it's a great compliment for India, the kind of work done by the BCCI, and in Delhi the DDC is doing that.
We are trying to go into the grassroots, go deeper roots to make sure that the best cricket comes out from the city. It is all under the able guidance of the BCCI, the President, the Secretary. We're also expanding our footprint on terms of turning out more talent which goes up the ranks to play for the country in the future. When he says that slowly India is becoming a mecca for the cricket, it's also true because this is where the world-class infrastructure and facilities are coming up. You had Lords in England, you have MCG in Melbourne, and now you have the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad, which is highest in capacity. You have zero kill seats. You have the best infrastructure qua a cricketing event that can ask for is in this country.
So, yeah, the cricket team played unblemished cricket. Only there was one blip on the final hurdle, but cricket was the winner. The kind of cricket throughout the Indian team played in this tournament.
See, it's a sport. It's a game. You win matches, you lose matches. You have good days, you have bad days. And I personally think it was a great game that was played yesterday, and it may not have been the desired outcome as a nationalist and a person loving the roots of this country, but it is what it is, and we always stand by everything that happens. Thank you.
So here the DDCA president is saying that India plays fantastic cricket, and it's a sports where we have to face losses and wins, and that's for in the coming times, in the future, the Indian team will again just assemble themselves and will come as a force.
Now moving on to tennis, a ruthless Novak Djokovic trounced home favourite Jannik Sinner in straight sets to win the ATP Finals title for a record 7th time. Earlier in the week, Djokovic had lost to Sinner in the group stage, but he avenged his defeat with a sublime display to claim a 6-3, 6-3 victory. The world number one dropped only 2 points on serve in a flawless opening set, and once he had broken Sinner's serve in the fourth game, it was largely one-way traffic. At one point, Djokovic won 14 points in a row against a player ranked 4th in the world before Sinner briefly slowed the march of the 24-time Grand Slam champion. His win concludes a year in which he had won 3 of the 4 Grand Slam titles and seized back the world #1 spot from Carlos Alcaraz.
You know, it's a great reward, I think, for what my team and I and my family have been through this year, being one of the, most successful years in my career that I ever had. 4 out of 5 major tournaments I won and played finals in Wimbledon. So, I couldn't ask for more, to be honest. I'm very, very proud of this season.
Moving on to F1 now, George Russell accepted the blame for a costly Las Vegas Grand Prix collision that left Mercedes in danger of losing second place to Ferrari in the Formula One Constructors' Championship. Russell was handed a 5-second penalty for a clash with Red Bull's triple world champion and eventual winner Max Verstappen. Verstappen won the inaugural Grand Prix for a record-extending 8th victory of the Formula One season. The triumph was the 53rd of Verstappen's career and 6th in a row. The Dutch driver is now levelled with now retired German Sebastian Vettel in 3rd place. Deputy Prime Minister of Australia Richard Marles joined an impromptu cricket event at Delhi's Arun Jaitley Cricket Stadium. Praising India's World Cup hosting, he showcased his cricket skills, calling Narendra Modi Stadium as the Mecca of cricket. Here's an exclusive report by DD India correspondent Narayan Singh.
In a unique blend of politics and a passion for cricket, the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia, Richard Marles, found himself on the lively sidelines of the 2+2 meeting between India and Australia. The venue for this unexpected cricket rendezvous was none other than the iconic Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi. He also paid floral tribute to the veteran leader and former Union Minister Arun Jaitley's statue installed at the stadium. On this occasion, the Deputy PM of Australia also stepped onto a makeshift gully cricket field where a group of enthusiastic young cricketers awaited the chance to share a pitch with him. The air buzzed with excitement as the Australian leader showcased his cricketing skills. He praised India for hosting a fantastic World Cup and called Narendra Modi Stadium the new Mecca of world cricket.
It is such an honour for me as the Deputy Prime Minister of Australia, but much more importantly as an absolutely avid cricket fan, to be here. It's such a thrill, as the last 24 hours have been, and we just, from an Australian point of view, we cannot thank India enough for hosting the World Cup, but for all that it does in terms of the promotion of cricket around the world, a sport which both India and Australia hold dear.
The Australian Deputy PM also tasted the street food of Delhi and used digital transaction for payment.
2711. Can you just pay for my
The Arun Jaitley Stadium also witnessed a different kind of camaraderie as executives from the Delhi District Cricket Association and members from the blind cricket team joined the event.
It's a great honor, and first he paid his homage to Mr. Jaitley also. So Mr. Jaitley was here, Sangeeta Jaitley ji, and our President Arun Jaitley, along with the executive, was here, and we are really happy, and we congratulated him also, though it's hard luck for us, but we congratulated them also. They played like champions, and they know how to win the match.
This impromptu cricket event became a melting point of cultures, echoing the shared love for the sports between the two nations. Narayan Singh's report for DD India, New Delhi.
And now in Sports Bus, let's get you an update from the world of soccer. Well, Spain defeated Georgia by 3-1 in their final Euro 2024 qualifying Group A match. The Spaniards, already assured of top spot, recorded 21 points after 7 victories in 8 matches. They lost only second-place Scotland, who had also already qualified for the finals. Now Spain grabbed the lead in the 4th minute after a free kick from Torres on the left that was headed home by Lenormand for his first international goal. On the other hand, Portugal trounced Iceland by 2-0 at home to finish their Euro 2024 qualifying campaign with a perfect record of 10 straight victories in Group J. Portugal finished with 30 points, 8 points ahead of Slovakia, who also qualified for next year's finals in Germany. Bruno Fernandes scored the first goal of the night for the hosts 8 minutes before the break with a well-placed low shot from the edge of the box. And Scotland finished their Euro 2024 qualification campaign with a frenetic 3-3 home draw against Norway. But despite being denied by a late equaliser, it was a joyous night at Hampton on Sunday. The result meant Scotland finished the group in second place with 17 points, 4 points behind group winner Spain. Ukraine coach Serhii Rebrov said that his players were angry ahead of their crucial Euro qualifier match against Italy over EFA President Alexander Keferin's statement. Keferin said that it would be a disaster if reigning champions Italy failed to qualify for Euro 2024. Now, despite winning Euro 2020, Italy failed to qualify for the 2018 and 2022 World Cups and are now facing the prospect of not reaching a third major tournament out of 4. Should Italy lose, it would end the current European champions' hopes of direct qualifications for next year's finals in Germany and send them into playoffs. Italy and Ukraine will battle it out on Monday for second place and the final automatic qualification spot.
It is very important for the players to be ready for the game mentally. They should forget about everything, forget about all the statements in the press and concentrate on their game. I believe that these statements will not affect our players in any way. Only they will be more angry and will understand that only we can make tomorrow's result.
Staying on soccer, Gavi suffered a serious knee injury in the Euro 2024 qualifying victory over Georgia. The 19-year-old landed awkwardly after jumping to control the ball and left the pitch in tears in Valladolid. Moving on to golf, India's Gaganjeet Bhullar eased to victory at the Indonesian Masters with a 5-shot victory in Jakarta. The 35-year-old sealed his 11th victory in Indonesia with a remarkable birdie on the 18th hole to round off his 4th wire-to-wire victory on the Asian Tour. Moving on, Italy's Ayrton Cozzolino and the USA's Mona White have been crowned as the 2023 men's and women's kitesurfing world champions in Brazil. Francis Capuchin d'Illinois won the season-ending competition, but it was not enough to stop White from being crowned as the overall champions. Cozzolino's victory saw him do the double after he also claimed the world champion crown. And with this, it's a wrap here on Sports Buzz for now, but news and updates, and especially from the IFFI, the International Film Federation and the International Film Festival of India, will begin here exclusively on DD India at 5 p.m. IST onwards. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all the latest on IFFI and the rest of the world. Thank you so much for joining us right now.